So if you're my age or maybe even older than me, you're probably gaming, doing some game. I play Rocket League, Minecraft, FIFA, all this stuff. And maybe you're playing other games like Fortnite and a lot of games out there and you probably play them. So you can play on a console like a PS4 or an Xbox or a Nintendo. But if you really want the good experience, the high FPS and the good resolution, you probably want a full gaming setup with the monitor, keyboard, everything, mouse. But if you actually want that high FPS and quality and all that RAM and stuff like I told you about, you probably want that PC which has that graphic card and everything and CPU. So in this video I'm going to show you which GPU is best, and maybe if you're confused if a GPU is better or CPU is better and what is the difference between them. So let's get right into this video and let's get started, and I'll show you which GPU is the best. So like I told you, CPUs and GPUs, they're both in those PCs, and which one you want for gaming. CPUs are usually meant to handle a wide variety of tasks like just computing processor unit, that's what it stands for. But CPUs are meant to handle a wide variety of stuff like just computing, maybe Google Docs, typing, emailing, stuff like that. But graphics processor unit, that is meant to handle a lot of things like video quality or maybe pictures. It will probably raise them, but mainly it is used for gaming. It will definitely raise the FPS and quality. If you have a better GPU, then you'll have better game and it'll run much better. So if you want to have your full potential in gaming, then you probably want a better GPU, which brings me to my next section. Which GPU is better? I'm going to be comparing the GeForce by Nvidia RTX or the Amd Radeon, which is also pretty good. Both of them are good, and both of these video cards have their own pros and cons. And the Nvidia GeForce has this DLSS, which stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling right here. So this actually uses AI. As you know, Nvidia is probably famous for its AI chips, its NPUs, and this DLSS actually uses AI to increase the frame rates. It can add frames in between the frames it's using, so it can increase that frame rate and it can increase quality. As you can see, this is the before and after. It's much better, and this obviously helps a lot in gaming. If you're playing Rocket League, it's just much smoother. Basically any other game, it just runs way smoother, way better. AMD Radeon also has this feature, but they call it FSR, and it's actually not using AI, but it does make the video quality better, and it is definitely noticeable, but not as good as Nvidia's. And both of these video cards have this feature called frame generation. Like I told you, they can add frames. As you know, this isn't like a real video like you're watching right now. It's not a real life video. It's actually just a game, and they can actually add frames in between, or maybe they can generate frames that they predict is going to happen, and that makes the video quality much smoother. It makes the quality better, and the FPS just skyrockets. So this will also help your gaming a lot. It will add those frames and make the game just run way smoother. And both of these video cards have this thing called VRAM, and surprisingly Nvidia's is actually lower at only 8 gigabytes, while some of AMD Radeon's video cards have it at 10 gigabytes, which means surprisingly AMD Radeon's is a higher gigabytes. And if you want that VRAM, video recent memory, if you want that, then you probably will get AMD Radeon's one. And if you really want that VRAM in your video games, you'll probably consider getting AMD Radeon's. And this is actually surprising since Nvidia GeForce is actually much more expensive. As you can see in this graph, some of their video cards are literally $2,000. That is actually more expensive than most whole PCs. So your video card is literally more expensive than your whole PC. It's crazy. And if you want that $2,000 video card, you probably want that higher than 8 gigabytes of RAM, and that's pretty crazy because if you're getting $2,000, you want a way higher RAM. So if you want that higher VRAM, then definitely consider getting AMD Radeon. And now that we've looked at all the features, now let's actually consider its real life uses. Obviously, if you're a gamer, you're probably gonna choose between one of these two, but maybe you don't want to spend money. You are a gamer, obviously, like you like games just like me, but I obviously don't want to get like a $10,000 PC since I'm not like a professional gamer or anything. So maybe I'm just gonna get like AMD Radeon since it is much more cheaper. Nvidia actually does have some cheaper chips like the $300 one or $200 one maybe, but AMD's can go maybe all the way down to 100, and I might get maybe between 100 and 200 since I don't want literally the best chip in the world, but I also don't want something that'll be so bad. So if you want cheaper and you don't want to drain your wallet, then you probably want AMD's, or if you really want that high performance, that DLSS, then you probably want Nvidia. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it, and I hope I helped you choose which one is better, which video card to get, either this AMD Radeon or this Nvidia GeForce. Both of them are good options. They have their strengths in their own ways, but I'll let you make the decision of which one to get. That's for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. YouTube Pro out.